Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to today's video, which is a video response to edt1138's latest Top 3 Tuesday, and in that video, he asks what the top 3 games are that have consumed way too much of your time. Now, I have quite a few video games, so my playtime usually does get kind of spread out across a lot of different games, but of course there still are those games that I can just never put down and I've played way too much, and I have chosen some of those to show everyone here today. There are, of course, a lot more than just 3, but maybe they'll come up as honorable mentions or something at some point. But these are 3 that definitely really stick out in my mind. And yeah, these are my choices. And this first one is a game I'm sure absolutely no one has ever heard of, because I never talk about it. In fact, I did not even realize this game existed until yesterday. And that is Star Tropics. And the reason that this has to be mentioned, even though people are probably sick of me talking about it, I mean, just, I look back, you know, through the years, all the years, and I have so many memories of playing this game. I can pinpoint so many different times. I can see it in my mind, when I was playing Star Tropics, before I even started school, and then the times when I came home after school and played it, and then the times before school in the morning when I woke up way too early to play it, and the times when I stayed home from school just so that I could play it. But I mean, I've played so much Star Tropics, I have no idea how many times I have actually played through this game. It's not a hard game to play through. I mean, difficulty-wise, some people today would probably argue this is the hardest thing ever made. But I mean, it doesn't take too long if you know what you're doing. So, I mean, I've just run through this game so many times, and I have so many awesome memories of playing this. And I just look back through all my video game playing experiences, and so many different individual memories I can see so clearly of me playing this game. All the way back, like I said, this is probably one of the very first games I ever played. I don't have a memory of what the very first game I ever played was, because I guess I was just way too young. Because like I said, my parents had an NES when I was born, so I kind of just grew up in a house that had video games, so it's not like I really have that memory of, oh yeah, I got the NES for my birthday, and I remember all that. I just, at some point, picked up a controller, and off I went, and I've been playing video games ever since. But Star Tropics is one of the games that they had, came out in 1990, which was before I was born, and yeah, I just have so many memories of playing this game, and I've played through it so many times. I'm sure I'll play through it so many times in the future. So that's why Star Tropics, as sick as people probably are of hearing me say it's like the greatest game ever that no one's ever heard of, that had to be on the list here somewhere. Next up is 2 games from a series that is one of my favorite series of all time. I mean, there's not too many series up there that I do like every single game in the series I just played to death, and I love it so much. This series has some bumps. Another series that's like that is definitely, Professor Layton. Star Tropics has Star Tropics and then Star Tropics 2, and I don't really look at that as, a massive series. Like, the games that are from as the series that these games are from. I kind of just showed them on camera. They are Mega Man Battle Network 2 and 3, and these are 2 of the greatest video games I have ever played. The in-game time clock on both of these games has maxed out at 99 hours and 59 minutes, so I have absolutely no idea how long I have truly been playing these games for, but it is probably somewhere in the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, because they are just absolutely fantastic games. I mean, the games themselves are so much fun. Mega Man Battle Network is probably my favorite RPG battle system ever. It's the customization with the folders and collecting the different chips, and just all the different ways that you can create your folder and make it unique and make it something that's absolutely awesome. Well, Mega Man Battle Network 2 is kind of an exception. Everyone just like, here's, it has like 15 million gators in my folder, but no one will even understand what that means. Gator is the cheapest thing in existence, and I never even knew it existed because I didn't have the internet back when I played through this game, so I didn't really know too much about Gator, but there's no way you're ever going to get all 3 versions of the base chip and, Life Aura 3 without Gator. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get S rank on base without cheating the heck. I mean, it's not cheating, it's just abusing a flaw in the game. It's not even a flaw, but I mean, there's no other way to beat this game without being cheap, is basically what I'm trying to say. But man, Mega Man Battle Network 2 and Mega Man Battle Network 3, hundreds of hours. The only thing in both of these games that I have not done is do all of the program advances. I've collected every single chip otherwise. Even Mega Man Battle Network 3 did all the time trials, collected all the V5 Navi chips. Just done so many ridiculous things, but the program advances, the problem is that you need specific codes of each of the chips, and sometimes to get these specific codes, you have to do ridiculous things. And both of these games are just so close to being beaten. I really should do that, but it's something I'll definitely do someday, but I've just put so many hours into each of those games and the whole Mega Man Battle Network series as a whole. I 100%ed number 5 on the DS, number 6, again, another game where all I have left is the program advances. Number 1 I have 100%ed, and number 4, number 4 has issues. It's definitely the biggest bump in the series where things weren't so well. But overall, I love the Battle Network series. My favorite RPG battle system of all time. The stories are usually pretty decent. The music is always great, as to be expected from Mega Man games, even though you're not your traditional, jumping and shooting ones. But Battle Network games are absolutely awesome, and if you've never played them, I would definitely recommend checking out the series. 2 and 3 are definitely the highlight of the series, though, with 5 and 6 being quite good as well. Number 1. It's a good game, but there's a lot of improvements that were made in number 2, which once you play number 2, like, number 1 kind of seems overshadowed by it, which makes sense, of course, that's what a series should do. It should improve on things as it goes on. But then number 4 kind of just destroyed everything. But we're not going to worry about that. Mega Man Battle Network is the most fantastic thing ever. But then there's this. The one single thing that just has consumed almost an entire year of my life. And not because I played it off and on throughout a year, but because my playtime in this game is, it's not almost a year, I guess. 200 days of in-game time is I guess, it's over half a year. This crazy game. RuneScape. Oh my gosh. Like, I absolutely loved this game. Back in 2004, I got my computer, and I had friends who had played this, and who were playing RuneScape at the time. They're like, Andrew, you should try this game called RuneScape out. And I was like, I just got my computer. I'm chatting away with my friends on MSN and stuff. Maybe I'll check it out later. So then one day, I finally checked it out, and I got completely hooked on RuneScape. It was ridiculous. It was just something so fantastic. I mean, this is like the guidebook right here. This is old. This is an absolutely awesome thing for any RuneScape fan to go back and look through if you played back in these days. When I played, RuneScape 2 had come out very recently, which was the kind of jump to 3D after RuneScape Classic. Well, I mean, it wasn't called that at the time. It was completely 2D. And I mean, of course, the graphics weren't anything amazing by today's standards, but it was still pretty freaking cool. For it to be in 3D like that. But yeah, I just absolutely loved RuneScape. Here's a map of the free-to-play world at the time, before they screwed everything up in RuneScape 3, just like Tutorial Island, that got blown up. The wilderness now was some massive lava crater volcano thing in the middle. Like, no, this is when it was good. No, I know. If people like RuneScape still today, that's fine. I've made 4 videos about RuneScape. I made one about when RuneScape retro servers came out. No, old school servers, what they called. I made one of the Rune Mysteries quest in the old school server, and I made 2 about RuneScape 3. And I have expressed my thoughts on RuneScape 3, and I'm not a huge fan of RuneScape 3, but like I said, if you were a member, you can check just how long you've been, like your in-game time is, how long you've been logged in, and I have over 200 days of in-game time. Now, I know there's people out there who are like, oh, that's nothing, I have like 500 days. Well, no, that's really cool, but 200 days is a big thing for me, because I don't think I've ever played any game as much as that. I had, 99 and a whole bunch of skills. I had a quest cape at the point when I finally said, RuneScape 3 is ticking me off, that's enough. All this evolution of combat thing. I'm not going to get into the whole RuneScape rant right now. But it wasn't, just the game, it was such an awesome sense of adventure. people are probably saying, no, RuneScape was crap. There was World of Warcraft and all that. No, RuneScape was the first online game I ever got into, and at the time back then, I had a lot of friends who played RuneScape too, and it was, of course, the whole friend thing. It's awesome. I'd get up in the morning, I'd play RuneScape before I go to school, get home, and play RuneScape non-stop from like 4 to 12 with my friends. And if it was a weekend, we'd play like 4 to like 4 a.m. No, not even 4 a.m. It'd be like 7 a.m. And my parents would be like, do you stay up all night? And I'd be like, yes. Oh, I have so many good memories of this game. Not that staying. Of course, I stay up all night all the time now. But, but back then, in like grade 8 or whatever the heck it was, yeah, it was kind of a crazy thing. But I love RuneScape so much. Just, people might not see what's so cool about it, especially if you never became a member. All my friends would be like, oh man, RuneScape got really boring. But you only played the free game. The point is, once you run out of things to do in the free game, you become a member, because it really did open up a massive amount of things for you to do. Like that was kind of the point. My friends were like, oh man, RuneScape, it sucks now. It got completely boring. But that's the point. You're supposed to be a member, and then there's more stuff to do. Like, if the game was super exciting and you didn't have to pay, how would they, fund all this, the updates that they make? So, it was an absolutely fantastic time. I don't play it anymore, like I said. I did play it. I think, what was it, 2010 or 2011 was pretty much when I stopped. It was before I started making videos, but not long before that. But RuneScape is one of the greatest things I've ever played. There's so many good memories of playing the game, and not just playing the game, but also good memories with friends as well. And, you know, all the nights where no sleep was had. Those were good times, and I miss them very much. But this video, edt1138 is going to yell at me because it's too long, but I don't really care because that was fun to talk about. Yeah, so definitely, you know, check out his video, check out the Facebook page so you can see all the other ones, and yeah, hopefully you did not waste 200 days of your life on an online game. No, I'm just kidding. I have no regrets. RuneScape was like the greatest thing ever. No, RuneScape was so much fun, and I just had... It consumed 200 days of my life, but I had fun. And I mean, what's the point of life but to have fun, right? You know, do what you love, and then at the end of the day, you should have no regrets because you had fun, and yeah, fun is what it's all about. I hope that you had fun watching this. Thank you very much, and see you later.